something that was $40.
Perfect.
Not too sure. For me personally, I got a text that said pay it,
No,
and I did. So I don't know
perfect.
what it was. It was only $40. So
Yeah, I think that's all we owed. Thank you.
sure. I have to do it right when I get the message and never do it. You know. So it's
Yes.
I appreciate that. But I took care of it right then.
Awesome. You're the best.
I try.
Well, it's 6:02. We'll like wait a little bit longer just for people to hop on and stuff. But I mean, like we have like a very informal meeting. As we like, Elizabeth doesn't know if she'll be able to hop on. Michael is traveling, and I'm not sure about anyone else. But so it's kind of like low key. I looked up some like Christmas virtual games to play if we want to.
Oh, I have some too. So I have a slideshow prepared
Of
with
course
some
you do.
trivia,
Yay!
and I can finally hear you guys because I got on my phone. So yeah, I've got some trivia. That's really about it because today's been wild.
Sweet. But to kind of like preface, so Sarah Tucker and I have been like communicating and doing Ryla stuff. We have two campers of our three. If did you ever get anything back, Sarah, from the homeschool clubs?
Not yet, not
Okay.
yet, but I will loop you in as soon as I hear back from anyone.
That's what I thought. But Sarah and I talked, and we kind of decided like if we don't hear anything back from any other homeschool clubs, was to ask y'all to kind of talk with any clubs that are still in our area that maybe like you have contact with like someone else in the Tyler Club, and if they still had any. I don't want to say leftovers, but if they still had like three or four really amazing candidates that they just like were like just right there, but they only had like two spots to fill. If y'all would like reach out and see if they have any additional applications that they think would be good for us, and then we can interview them and pick our one left spot from them. If y'all would be interested in doing that, we have a deadline of December 31st. But, we can extend that since I'm in charge of that. So, other than that, I don't have anything. Sarah, do you have anything about our next speaker that you want to talk about while we're just kind of going over things before we start playing games?
No, so I actually have a couple of lined up, but not confirmed dates. So hopefully we'll have some confirmations for next year in the next couple of weeks. But I do have somebody coming to speak to you guys about oil and gas. And then Wes has also been speaking with someone. And Wes, if you want to tell us a little bit about, I forget what that person's specialty was.
Well, I'm going to get Cedric Granberry, a very interesting thing. He's president of the local chapter of the NAACP. And it's just, I think, rewarding to listen to other people's perspectives. When you can tell, you might know I got white skin. So it's hard for me to relate to how other people see the world, but I've tried to learn that if I will just listen and try to see things from other people's point of view, I learn something. And so he will try to explain what issues face minorities and people who are white as well in East Texas in all kinds of different categories: economic, voting, judicial, and so forth. And what the NAACP is trying to deal with that. So it's fascinating. And if I can get him to join and speak, you'll like it. I've sent a text to him. I'm waiting for a response. Goodness, MFA, bless you. COVID.
Thanks
I mean,
for that,
COVID gets everybody, doesn't it, MFA? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, Sarah, you want to put your Do you want to present?
Yeah, let me share my slides really quick. Give me just a second. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so hopefully you didn't see any of the answers to that, which is the problem with sharing here. Okay, so I'm really excited for this. So I don't know about you guys, but I have been pretty involved in all of the Christmas things over the past couple of weeks. Whenever I wrap presents, I play Christmas music or I watch a Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life is my favorite Christmas movie, if not my favorite movie out of all the movies. So I really love Christmas. But I did just pull some Christmas movie trivia on here because I feel like most of us have seen a lot of these Christmas movies. It's not very long. I did attempt at trying to find some Christmas tradition backgrounds. So I'll share what I did find, and maybe we can talk about what you guys know about other Christmas traditions and where they come from. All right, so we're gonna start with holiday movie trivia, and I don't know, Layla, do you want to be on teams, or do we just want to see who can answer the question first and do it for fun?
Yeah, let's just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Less
Okay,
stress.
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, sorry, I'm so unprepared, guys.
Hey, Andrew.
That's what the holidays are all about, right? Everything's so busy. Okay, so first I wanted to ask you guys, what's your favorite holiday movie? I told you mine. It's a Wonderful Life. I think it's a beautiful story, and I could watch it over and over again, multiple times, every Christmas season.
Mine would have to be Elf. Like the end when they just all have to start singing to make everyone like believe is my favorite part.
I love Elf.
My favorite is A Christmas Carol, but the old 1930s, 40s version. I don't know why I like it so much. It was the first one I saw. I don't know, there's a special place in my heart for it, even though it's
Aww.
super old. But I think it's 1938, but always great.
Very nice.
I'm with you, Clayton. I really like all the renditions of all of that story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the old one's the most pure to the book. I like it, so yeah. And the guy who plays Scrooge is in Mary Poppins. He's the captain next door, so it's kind of a cool little.
Oh. Wes, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, he dropped it in the chat. It's Muppet Christmas Carol, but he also loves The Grinch.
Nice.
Emma Faye, what
All
about
right.
you?
Yeah, I was going to say that How the Grinch Stole Christmas is my favorite.
The Grinch is so good.
It's actually going on right now in our living room.
Okay, no cheating, guys. Who can answer this one the fastest? What's the name of the guardian angel who takes George Bailey on his journey in It's a Wonderful Life? Nice. I don't know who that was. Who was that?
Elizabeth, I'm on the phone.
Elizabeth, nice.
I'm still driving home from work.
It's Clarence.
Clarence.
My favorite thing about Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life is that his innocence is just so pure. He just has no idea. And if you haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life, highly recommend. Okay. What is the nickname of the pair of burglars that tries to break into the McAllisters' home in Home Alone?
The Wet Bandits?
The Wet Bandits.
The Wet
The Wet
Bandits!
Bandit.
Nice, Clayton. Is that Andrew that's joined too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I can't see you
I'm
guys, so sorry. Hey, Andrew, welcome.
Good to be back.
All right. Next question. Which holiday figure do Boogie's boys originally kidnap thinking it's Santa Claus in Nightmare Before Christmas?
The Easter Bunny.
Yes! Oh, whoop, I didn't put the answer, but that's it. I must have put it somewhere else. Hopefully it's not too jumbled up. Okay, but that's correct. The Easter Bunny. Okay, where do Scott and Charlie go after Scott burns the Christmas Eve turkey in the Santa Claus?
Denny's.
Denny's. I didn't hear what any of you guys said.
Denny's.
Yep. And they're out of... Does anybody remember what they're out of?
Pancakes?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate?
Coffee.
Chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk. They're out of chocolate milk.
And some kind of pie, wasn't it?
Huh?
They were out of the pie, too.
And pie. They were out of pie, too, yeah.
Hmm.
We actually decided to go to Christmas this year.
All right, here we go, Elf. How did Buddy get to the North Pole as a baby?
In Santa's sack.
Yep.
Wanted the teddy bear.
Yep. What are the 4 main food groups for elves in Elf?
Candy is one.
Syrup.
Right.
Yes.
Candy corn. Candy
Yes.
canes.
And do they just...
Yes.
count sugar?
You guys answered it all together. Good job.
We got this.
Reindeer.
Collaborative team effort.
Spaghetti. Okay, which department store does Buddy get a job at?
Gimbals.
Yep. Accurate. What does Clark forget to bring when the family goes to cut their Christmas tree down in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
A saw.
Yep. I just watched this one the other day. Okay, that's all I have, and I obviously didn't put the answer to that one either. That's all I had time for. Do you guys want to do more? Because I can just read from the list.
Whatever you
Or,
want to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Layla said that she had some stuff planned too, so we can definitely move on.
Plan?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, so the only, I started to look up some Christmas traditions. This was MFA's idea, and I barely got to it. I was in the car, and do you guys ever get nauseous when you're looking down in the car? Because that happened to me today while I was trying to make this presentation. All right. So does anybody know the story or the origin story of the Christmas tree?
I know it's from Germany.
Yeah. Anybody else? So this is what the History Channel has to say, and I haven't been able to find the story of why we decorate trees, but they date back to Germany in the Middle Ages, with German and other European settlers popularizing the Christmas trees in America by the early 19th century. A New York woodsman named Mark Carr is credited with opening the first U.S. Christmas tree lot in 1851. And then I have some others just pulled up in front of me. Okay, does anybody know the origin story of the Christmas pickle?
I didn't realize that the Christmas pickle was a story.
I knew that there was a pickle, but I don't know what the story is.
Does anybody have a pickle? Does anybody have a pickle ornament on their tree?
We used to hide the pickle as kids and find it, but it's a
That's
German origin, but I can't remember all the details, but it's German because that's why we did it.
Your parents are in the other room. Go ask them. Go ask if they know about the pickle. Where's the Christmas
so
pickle?
we have a Christmas pickle on our tree, but that's pretty new for us. If there's a pickle among your snowman, angel, and reindeer ornaments, you're likely taking part in the American tradition of hiding the green ornament on the tree so that the first child to find it wins a gift or gets to open the first Christmas present on Christmas morning. The practice's origins are a bit murky, but it's likely it grew from a Woolworths marketing gimmick from the late 1800s when the retailer received imported German ornaments shaped like a pickle and needed a sales pitch. So like
That's
most
what was in the
holidays
rules this day.
Marketing 101. You gotta
yes.
love it.
Okay, what else do we have? Okay, Elf on the Shelf. I don't know how far Elf on the Shelf dates back for you guys, but we had Elf on the Shelf when I was a kid. Like when I was in primary school. Did you guys have Elf on a Shelf?
I
Nope.
really thought that was
I'm-
like within the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, so we had it. I was in the first or second grade, and our teachers had, and it wasn't like a marketed, like it wasn't sold as Elf on the Shelf, but they would buy little Christmas decorations that looked like elves, and they would hide. It was the same thing. They would hide them around the house. So it's been a tradition for me for a long time since I was a kid. But since 2005, moms and dads have either joyously or begrudgingly been hiding a toy elf each night from Thanksgiving to Christmas. More than 13 million elves have been adopted since 2005 when Carol Abersold and her daughter published the book Elf on a Shelf. So it's a book that comes with a toy. And then social media inspired some parents to set up elaborate scenarios for their elves, as in he teepeed the tree or she filled the sink with marshmallows. But I think that's so funny because I know it started before that. So do any of you guys know of any elaborate Elf on the Shelf stories?
Well, it's not elaborate. It's funny. My friend does it for his twins, and he put them on top of the Roomba, and apparently it went under something really low and decapitated the elves. So his daughter woke up to that the other morning.
Does this story get better?
No, that's it.
We've got
That
to
is
hear the
both
end of it.
terrifying
Go
and
ahead. We've got to hear the end of this.
Terrifying. So then the next day they had to like put like a neck brace on it and be like, I flew home and like had surgery.
Funny. That's funny. I did see this Halloween. People said they're going to hide Chucky dolls in their house to scare their kids
No,
into behaving
please no.
correctly. I thought it was funny, but terrifying. No.
I mean, let's
Kids
be
are
real.
scared
Elf
enough
on the
of
Shelf is
Santa
a little
Claus.
terrifying anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
I
check.
think they look
Poltergeist,
like
wasn't it an
that.
elf that, or a clown or something? You know, it's.
Okay, so now that we've
Yeah, just suspend a
Um,
Chucky doll from fishing string next to their beds when they wake up.
Oh god.
no. So now that we've and Layla, I'll come to you first, since your face is right in front of me. So since we've talked about Christmas traditions, I wanted to ask you guys, and there are so few of us on this call, I don't think it'll take very long, but let's go around the room and share just your favorite Christmas tradition, whether that be your own or your family's. So Layla, can you start?
So, I don't know. My mom is our church organist and pianist, so we always have like Christmas Eve services. So like growing up, we had like a 7 o'clock and a midnight one. And so she would sometimes, growing up, like she would have to do both of them. So she would like come home in between, and we would open like one or two presents, and then she would, like, when I woke up, it'd be like Santa and everything, although she would work all night, like putting my toys together. So now what we do is we go to like the 7 o'clock, and she doesn't have to do the light one, but we open all of like our personal presents on Christmas Eve, and then we still have like our stocking stuff on actual Christmas morning. So then we just get to spend all day together, like without the distraction of like presents, and just get to enjoy each other. So that's mine. I call on MFA, popcorn MFA.
Thanks.
So usually we have a huge get together. We kind of have the same thing, you know, we have midnight mass, but before then we have a Filipino party, and my favorite game is called the newspaper game, and it's usually played with couples, or it could just be any partner. You get a newspaper and you dance around, and when the music stops, both of your feet have to be on the paper, and after each round you just fold the paper in half. And so the paper's getting smaller and smaller, and you just see all these couples and people just kind of climbing on each other and squeezing each other. It's really fun. And another thing that we do, it's called a parol. So you make a Christmas star. It's usually out of bamboo and kind of rice paper, but now it can just be regular tissue paper. So we're going to be making one with my mom. There's elaborate ones out there in the Philippines, and my mom got one imported, and they're beautiful. But we're going to do a homemade one with her this year. Go, Molly.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Earlier, I was like trying to talk and it wasn't working. We're also a Christmas Eve family, so I love that. We do like our family presents on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is just like the big stuff from Santa Claus that's like not wrapped under the tree, which has like always been our thing. So we don't have to like waste any time Christmas morning, you know, just cut to the chase. But since I didn't get to share my movie because I was talking and it wasn't working, one of my favorite traditions is watching my childhood favorite Christmas movie. And this is so East Texas of me, but it's called Annabelle's Wish. I don't know if y'all have heard of it. And it's about like this little calf that becomes a reindeer. And so I still watch that every year to this day. Like, that is my favorite Christmas movie.
Yep, I know that one, and I love it. And I haven't seen it in a long time.
Well, and it's narrated by Randy Travis, so it's just so feel good. Like, I just love watching that every year.
I need to go find that and buy it.
I have it on VHS.
Oh my gosh, VHS! Do you still have a VHS player?
Oh yeah, we bought one on eBay like a couple years ago. Because ours broke. Who's on here? Clayton, you go next.
Okay. Yeah, my family's all local, so it's all real low key, and we just pretty quiet. Drink coffee all morning, then go eat lunch, and then after lunch, you know, we do present stuff. Then we play dominoes or German rummy or something, just card games. That's it. Pretty quiet, low key, and I like it that way. There's not too much going on. We watch a football game, and that's it. Really, nothing too spectacular, but I enjoy it. So I call on Wes. You can share yours.
Well, a personal secret I'll let you in on if you keep it among us Rotarians. But what inspired me to go to law school was Christmas. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I've always admired the Grinch. He inspired me to become an attorney. So I've always tried to file a lawsuit in his honor on Christmas Day. So I get a December 25th file mark, and then get it served on the defendants that day. So we always watch the Grinch and drink a toast to him. So. And of course, Christmas Carol too. Scrooge is right up there with the Grinch.
That's got to be the best. I'm no offense to anybody else, but that is hilarious, and I'm going to be telling my friends that story, Wes.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, Christy, you're on. I'm not going to let you get away. Christy Cooper, speak up.
I think I'll be watching you based on that comment.
You're not the defendant this year.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead, Christy. Tell us your Christmas tradition.
Oh, just pretty much regular stuff. We don't do Christmas Eve. Well, we have a gathering. but then we open our gifts and stockings Christmas morning. So that's about it.
Kira, how about you go next? Yeah.
So Christmas is like my favorite holiday in the whole year. Like I like Christmas more than I like my birthday. And my favorite tradition is us gathering on Christmas Eve to do our annual matching pajamas. And my mom makes this cool little cotton candy Christmas drink that is just like it's so corny, but it's just so cute. And we have like the little grapes with a strawberry and a banana, so it kind of looks like little Santas. And we all can open one gift on Christmas Eve. So that's kind of always been our tradition.
I love that. And now I want to try one of those drinks.
Oh,
I
so
specifically asked them to put cranberry in my beverage here tonight so that it could be somewhat festive.
I love that.
I'm with you. Christmas is my favorite too. Elizabeth, do you want to go?
Sure. Yeah. So I've always grown up going to church Christmas Eve. And because of the timing of the services and having to get there at certain times, dinner was always kind of just not really a thing. And so we started doing like this cocktail hour kind of thing after the Christmas Eve services. So we'd have like this big spread of finger foods and appetizers. And as we all became adults, started adding the adult beverages as well. And so now it's just kind of like our Christmas Eve party that, some people do church, some people don't, but we still all get together and do that a little bit later on in the evening. So that doesn't start until like 9 o'clock typically.
And last but not least, Andrew, you want to go?
Hi.
Hi.
Let's see. My family, we do the either midnight mass or Christmas Eve mass. Midnight mass is not always at midnight, so whenever that falls. But no, after every Christmas, usually late after midnight mass or Christmas, we all sit around and we'll read the Christmas stories from the two Gospels and the Bible together. And my father gave my mother a copy of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," back in I think 92 or 93, and we read that copy of "The Night Before Christmas" as a family every year. Before, that's like the last thing we do before bed is we all sit around and we read the two Gospel Bible stories in "The Night Before Christmas." And Christmas morning, we always start with our stockings, and everyone kind of just takes turn opening presents. And it's been a lot more fun now that I have nieces and nephews. Like as we got older, it's just more fun when the kids are there. So I try and spend Christmas wherever my nieces and nephews are these days because it just feels more festive. And my favorite Christmas movie is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation classic. It's hard to find, but I love it.
I found it on YouTube.
That one, it's available on Prime Video. I think I bought it for like $4 the other night and watched it.
Is it on Prime?
I love that one too. Yeah, you can buy it if you've got a Fire Stick or if you've got Prime. You could probably purchase it and save it to your videos.
Heck yeah.
That's a good one.
Definitely do it.
The soundtrack is so good too. Dana just joined, and Dana, I know you just joined, but we've been sharing our favorite Christmas traditions. Is there? I know you just joined, but if there's anything you can think of off the top of your head, what are your favorite Christmas traditions that you yourself or your family do?
You're muted.
We can't. You're muted.
Here we go.
We usually end up going to my brother's house, and his in-laws come in from Austin, and his father-in-law will make ceviche, and we just have like lots of food, and there's like usually like 6 or 7 kids, nieces and nephews running around, and so we just spend family time, like eating and exchanging gifts and hanging out really. Yeah, and if the weather's nice, we're kind of in and out, inside and outside.
And it's going to be nice this year.
I know, it's going to be very warm.
Yeah, except I refuse to wear short sleeves on Christmas, so I'm just going to be sweating in a sweater all day. Thanks, Dana.
It's crazy weather.
Well, I've got to hop off. Hope you all have a nice Christmas and New Year's.
Bye, Clayton.
Bye, Clayton.
See you all later. Goodbye.
Bye, Clayton.
That's so nice to hear. I love listening to y'all's. I'll tell you a couple of mine. We've started a few recently with my family. My brother makes eggnog, like homemade eggnog every year now, and that's fun. And we do similar things. We do my brother's got kids, so we do Santa Claus gifts. So where there's the unwrapped gifts from Santa Claus under the tree, and if anybody still believes in Santa Claus, it's probably me because of that. And then I have created my own tradition of when I wrap my Christmas presents, I usually sit down and wrap them all in one evening. And they're always very elaborate. I'm so particular about my Christmas paper. This year, I just got my paper from Target because I'm on a budget. But I have been to the Container Store and spent ridiculous money on wrapping paper. But I've learned that is better spent on Christmas gifts. But I watch It's a Wonderful Life, and if it finishes before I finish wrapping my gifts, I start it over again, or I watch the black and white version because I have both. So I have the colored version and the black and white version. So that's my personal Christmas tradition. But yeah, we get together with the family every year as well. So that's all I've got. Layla, I keep looking at your face, but your face says Delane Miley on it.
Well, so
I'm glad I haven't called you Delane.
Right. I tried to do it on mine, but like it kept asking like to join and ask to join. So like Delane, I tried to like figure it out, and so basically I just logged onto hers, but it's fine. So I just had this. I couldn't get it to copy, so if I'm gonna drop this link, and the first one on there is like an interactive for y'all. A bingo card, like it's a jingle bingo. And then you can click and it'll turn green to show you what you have done. So let's see who can have the most checked off of their bingo card.
So is this like based on what we've done?
Yes.
Okay.
See, they even have someone here for you, Wes. Can't stand Christmas carols.
Layla, I know you know all the verses to Silent Night because we sang them at Williams Memorial enough.
Every verse. And the German verse.
There are like 20 of them, I swear.
I only got 3 cards. Yeah.
Yes, I can't get a bingo.
I can't either.
Yeah. I don't know what their menu is. I'm sorry.
I keep starting over.
Kira, Christy, have you got bingos?
No, not yet. I'm trying to.
Okay, I'll try a bingo card.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta go back to it.
Oh, now somebody ought to get this. Watch 20 plus low budget Christmas movies.
Yes, that's
Okay?
definitely me.
Somebody's.
Are we doing a new bingo card if we can't get?
Elizabeth, has a killer Christmas cocktail recipe.
Depends on your preference of alcohol.
I have.
Killer it is.
I
but
have.
I know several.
Yes, I know
We
several
made a bourbon
cocktail
vanilla
recipes
bean
as well.
eggnog one year.
Oh my God. Somebody just told me tonight that coconut rum is amazing in eggnog. And now I want to try it. And I've never tried that, but I'm going to try it this year.
Do
New
amaretto.
tradition.
I'm not sure I know anybody that's tried coconut rum and eggnog. Because that seems like a weird combination.
Getting a bingo is hard.
Got it.
Oh,
Did you get
Yeah,
one?
this is a tough bingo.
Yes, I finally got one.
Yay!
So I lose a glove
Which
or
one's in the
scarf
thing?
every winter. I spent Christmas in the Philippines, and then there's the free rhino. I own holiday pajamas, and I own an epic ugly sweater.
Yay!
Yay.
That's pretty fun.
Like I was scrolling through these, I was like, "Those are fun," and then I got to like the Christmas this or that. And I was like, "We played that," and then I was like, "Oh, virtual Ryla! Oh, the horror, PTSD." Don't give me that face, Andrew. You were not part of it.
PTSD is
on the administrative side of it.
I would have been.
I mean, not the
In my
administrative
defense,
side
I would
of
have
it.
been.
We sent everybody to their breakout rooms and cried. It was fine.
We said, "Go away." We did. Don't laugh.
I never got the debrief on how all of that went. I will need to get caught up at some point. I know real Ryla is happening. In-person Ryla is happening next month that I won't be able to attend either. But, I'll be in Texas for it.
Ryla is that it happened.
I thought it was great. I thought it was
And
good.
everybody who wasn't on the administrative side said it was fine.
We just had stress, a lot of stress.
Just like ducks on water, calm on the surface, kicking like mad underneath.
I mean, so it was Ryla, I guess.
It was a thing.
So
It
true.
happened. But yeah, I mean, do y'all have any Christmas games that y'all like going back to like tradition stuff? Do y'all have like Christmas games that y'all play, or like y'all have like game nights or stuff? I just had family Christmas last Saturday, and the youngest in our family are now 12 and I think either 8 or 9, and so but they're obsessed with Harry Potter, so I know they're part of my family. But we played Harry Potter Clue while the Harry Potter marathon was going on Sci-Fi. And then we played Harry Potter Pictionary Air, which is really difficult. If you ever get Pictionary, do not get Pictionary Air. It is so hard.
So do you like draw it in the
Yeah,
air?
so it comes with like a wand, and then you have to like download the Pictionary Air app, and you like hold your phone or whatever, and then as you draw, like it draws on the screen. Also picks up every other light source. So we had to play in like a cave, basically. We had to like close all the curtains and like do weird things. But when you're just like drawing, you're like, I think this is what this looks like in my head. This is what's coming out of the bin.
That sounds impossible.
It was. especially for like the young one. She was struggling hard, and I was like, it's definitely something. And then it was like, I don't want to play anymore. I can't do this. I suck. I'm like, you're fine. We all suck at this.
My cousins and I usually do an Uno tournament. And it takes a very long time. And we always have to say, we're still going to be family after this. It's going to be fine. And then go on from there.
They have a lot of like Harry Potter stuff at Williams Sonoma right now.
Ooh. I was been waiting.
Yeah, have you guys seen the Harry Potter Christmas Village? I want this for my house if I ever have a house, but it's so expensive. So I haven't bought any pieces yet.
How many pieces do you have already, Layla?
None, unfortunately. I'm with Sarah on this. Like, they were so expensive.
That's like something that like somebody gifts you. Like somebody gifts you that. You know, one piece a year every Christmas you get a piece of your Christmas village. At least my mom has a Christmas village and that's how hers works. She gets something every year for it. She almost got the Hogwarts castle for Christmas this year.
Right, if you buy it
because you know someday that'll be a hand-me-down.
Exactly.
How much are we talking?
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm Googling it now because I haven't seen any of these.
I have a question for you guys. Sorry, Wes, you can go ahead.
No, on Harry Potter, I was in London about 6 weeks ago, and there's a store called Harold's in London. It's a famous store. It is so exclusive and so ridiculously expensive. They don't put they consider it, what's the word, gauche to put the prices on the objects they sell. Okay, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Wow.
And they have a section in the store for Harry Potter, all things Harry Potter. No prices on them. So.
Yes, gauche is definitely the correct word for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you guys if anybody wants to share the best gift that they've ever received or given for Christmas.
I think mine was, it was when I was younger, but I think my favorite gift or favorite Christmas was when I got a go-kart. That was like awesome because I was like maybe 13 and that was my imaginary car at the time. So
I was just about to say the exact same thing. And that was like my most memorable gift was my go-kart. I swear that thing made me who I am today.
Really?
And where are your go-karts today? Do you still have it?
I do. Mine's long gone. Mine was built out of a lawnmower. Like it was hardcore East Texas. And it was like the most dangerous thing. They just stuck us in motorcycle helmets at like age 8 and we're like, have at it.
Oh my God.
A lot of life lessons learned in that go-kart.
For sure. Mine is, thankfully, I still have mine. It is actually in the garage at my parents' house.
That's amazing. Love that.
That's like that's a re-gift to your kids one day.
Oh, most definitely. But I don't know if I can hold on that long to that go-kart.
Okay, Kira, your mission is at the next meeting, you're to bring a photograph of that go-kart. We want to see this.
Oh, I can definitely do that. Yes, I will definitely do that.
Oh, my favorite gift was, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I was very young. I don't remember, maybe 10 or around that age. And I walked out, and the most colorful thing was one of those really big, like an exercise ball, but like a bouncy ball. So like you could bounce on it. So that was like big and colorful, and it distracted me from the gift that was really exciting, which was a guinea pig. There was a cage with a guinea pig inside of it, and I didn't even see it at first. And my parents were like, she doesn't see it. She doesn't see the guinea pig. And then they're like, Sarah, what's that over there? You know, a kid, they're like, you have to like point things out to them.
Yeah.
What's that over there, Sarah? And then I saw it, and I like I did not believe it. I was just, it's a furry animal. Oh my God, it's a guinea pig. Because all I ever wanted to do was hang out in the Petland store in Tyler and play with the guinea pig.
Oh, wow. How long did you keep it?
Oh, that guinea pig lived for a long time. She died. She got some guinea pig thing. I don't know. But she did die. I did bawl my eyes out when she died.
Aw.
Losing a pet is hard, even when you're a kid. Her name was Minnie Doodles because she had many doodles.
That is so cute.
I guess mine's similar too, Sarah. I remember getting a kitten when I was around 3 or 4, and I named her Sassy because homeward bound. And she lived for 15 years, and she, when I was, wait, no, I got her, yeah, so she died around like my 18th birthday, but when I was young to then, so one day she just didn't come back because they go away to die. It was sad, but she was a really great cat. Really great cat. So, greatest Christmas present.
I keep hoping that I'll get an animal as a Christmas gift as an adult. But I don't think that people think about that as much when we're adults. They don't think to get us a pet. And I'm like, literally anything that has fur, even a lizard. Like, come on, pets are the best.
I've been told I've hit my quota on furry animals. I'm not allowed to get another one, and I'm very sad about it.
Oh.
I'm also now looking at the Harry Potter collection at Williams-Sonoma, and I want all of these Dutch ovens.
Okay.
They're so pretty.
You would appreciate, they have a ice cube molder for Hogwarts and a snitch that you can put in your bourbon glass if you're interested. I figured you'd like that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I drink mine neat, but...
So you said Williams-Sonoma, huh?
I don't drink the bourbon, but my fiance does, and we had to buy the Hogwarts ice mold.
Yeah. We approve.
Maybe this makes me sound like they have still not let me have any booze since I graduated basic training. So I get leave starting on Thursday, and I really, really, really am looking forward to a nice glass of bourbon. Just after almost 3 months, it'll be nice.
Be careful.
I said a glass.
Just a glass.
You didn't say how big of a glass. You will note that.
Here. You're like, they all know me so well.
You've only known me half of my life, just
God.
For
sounds weird when you say it like that, doesn't it?
For those of you that are at home, which are only a couple of you, I think, but for anybody that's at home, I was gonna do this scavenger hunt that's on your link, Layla, but then I realized that I wouldn't be at home, and I was like, maybe some other people won't be at home either. But I'm curious, do you guys have any favorite Christmas decorations in your home that you can show us at all?
That would mean that my house is decorated.
I'll show you.
Oh, I'm excited. Wes is on his way too.
Wes has something.
Oh, pretty.
Ooh.
So pretty.
Ooh.
There's my tree.
Very nice, Molly.
And then
I
I
love
did my
it.
mantle.
Oh.
I will say one of my new favorite decorations. My fiance's grandmother made this.
Oh, that's so cute.
So the family gave it to
That's
us. It's like
lovely.
Wow.
I love the Christmas lights.
I love that.
I love all the Christmas
I love
lights
that so
too.
much. Wes's lights. Oh yeah, Wes.
Lights are
Show us your
pretty.
I
Christmas
love
lights.
lights.
oh wait, I need to show y'all my
Oh my
house.
gosh. Did you do them all in your? Oh, he's got an elaborate setup.
No, I hate Christmas lights.
Why do you have them?
I think they're second only to email in terms of scourge on the planet. But I have to bow to peer pressure. Everybody on our block, and we have an HOA that is very powerful.
People like Molly over here.
So
Whoa,
we are the
Molly.
last on the block to put up our lights. They have to be white lights down the edge. So
I like those are clean, Wes. I like those. I love the lights, Molly. I'm gonna have to drive by your house. Yeah, you did.
I did get this in a white elephant gift exchange yesterday.
Oh, I love that.
Glittery and
That's
it
so cute.
But like
I love little gnomes. Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing me your Christmas decorations.
We love Christmas.
I'd show you mine. I'll tell you about mine though. My mom is a crafter, and she made me. Well, she didn't make me. She made while she was in college a Christmas tree skirt, and it's made out of felt. It's got little tassels on the end, and then it's got little felt Christmas people. So it's got like a felt snowman and a snow woman and a felt Santa Claus, a little sign that says Noel, and then it's got sequins on it as well. It's just the cutest thing, and it's such an antique, except it's getting so old now. You know, like felt starts to fall apart after so long, and that thing's got to be, I don't know, that thing's got to be 40 years old. But I love it.
Yeah, when we do have our Christmas tree up, and we just didn't make time to put it up this year. But I have a tree skirt that's a quilted skirt that my grandmother made that I absolutely adore. And it was the skirt under the tree when I was growing up as a kid too. So it's kind of fun to have that now.
Which grandmother?
Yeah.
Kitty, my mom's mom.
Oh, I miss her so much.
Me
Such
too.
a sweetheart.
Me too.
Layla, I was just thinking about how great your hair looks. But then also how well my earrings would go with it. Like they would go so well with the blue. You should have these probably.
Aw, stop. Yeah, I just got it done today. It was super faded from my last dye job because like payday took so long to get here. But yeah, so I was like, I need to look fresh before Christmas and New Year's. So
Wes brought his cat.
Kitty.
Oh, Wes.
Cute.
Hello. What's your cat's name?
Aww.
We have Bernice and Marjorie, and there's a movie called Bernice and Marjorie. So they were named by my daughter. Which, for those of you who have kids or they haven't reached the age of 14, one of the things you'll discover is that a 14-year-old can get anything she wants if she cries, anything at all, whatever it might be. Cats, you got them. Whatever, I'll give them to you. How many do you want? You got them. I don't care.
So I couldn't take
Oh,
my
I
whole
love that, Wes.
couldn't take my laptop, or else I would show you our blow molds of our nativity scene. We really like those, but I had a student 3D print this ornament for me
Ooh, fancy.
Wow.
this year.
That's
So
really cool.
That's very cool.
And even my
Ask him for the
husband was.
copyright. Get the
Oh.
copyright while you can.
I should tell him that.
The patent. Get the patent.
Yeah.
My husband was looking at it and he was like, he has a better 3D printer than we do. And I was just like, I wouldn't know. And then
You gotta show that to Michael.
Oh, yeah, because he
Michael's
does.
job is selling 3D printers.
And then I had an aunt in Washington. She crochets and knits.
Oh, wow.
I have a big head, so it doesn't fit. So it goes over a lamp. But it was really nice. She made two of them for my husband and myself.
Cute.
Get the patent set up and I'll see them.
All right, so our time is winding down. We have a board meeting next week, right? So I think that's on the calendar. Yes. So we have a board meeting next week for those of you on the board. We'll meet and then we'll enjoy our New Year's. So thank y'all for joining us tonight for our Christmas celebration. I loved getting to hear all of your favorite traditions and see your decorations and learn more about the whole Christmas tradition. I'm going to start Christmas pickle next year. Any final thoughts from anyone before we do the 4-way test? Let me get it pulled up for you. Let me share my screen. Here's a better one. Let me can I click on it?
Hey, that's the one that I stole as part of the Rotary presentation for Ryla. Because it was all nice and contained.
Here we go. Everyone see that. All right. First,
Is it the
Is it the truth?
Second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third,
Will it build
goodwill and better
Better friendship?
and fourth,
Will it be
Will
beneficial
it be
to all
beneficial
concerned?
to all concerned?
Awesome. Let me get back to y'all. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next week, board members. Everyone else, I'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Merry
Christy,
Christmas.
Christy, Merry Christmas, Christy.